decided to take a walk into the woods, see if the ducks are there still. I doubt it. So I'm being quiet. This time I actually brought a gun. There was a dog out here, but I'm pretty sure it was a domesticated dog. I know I saw a domesticated dog. It is possible there was more than one dog. Probably not a bad idea to have some protection. And got a lot of work to do. Nothing that a big fire can't fix, right? I mean, problem with the washing machine? Burn the house down. I'm kidding. Yeah, got some pretty big stones around here. Okay. Coming up on the pond. Also curious to see how the peepers are doing. You have these ephemeral ponds, little pools of water. Yeah. Nothing in this one yet. There's another one over here. And this one, I believe, last time I was here, I saw pockets of frog eggs. They gestate pretty quick, so okay, sort of curious to see how it's doing. Hope there are ducks out there. Like there's several. They're way out the other side. Sneak up. I'm gonna pause for a bit, see if I can get the binoculars out. Take a quick look. Okay, so there's actually two groups of ducks. They're the wood ducks that were here before, I think. They flew down from one of these trees, so they've probably got they're cavity dwellers. So they probably have building a nest in one of these trees. And then at the far end down there, there's a group of 3 mallards. It looks like to be 2 females and 1 male. It looks to be a green and teal mallard. Very cool. They're highly sensitive to me being out here. I'm gonna move off. Hang on. Okay. Do you see that? That little flower is really tiny. And there's a bunch around here. Things you'd never even notice out here. Little tiny bones. I don't know what that goes to. Alright. Let's get out of here. Glasses back on for a sec here. I'll see if I can see where those ducks are at. I don't see them. Well, like I said, they tend towards well, especially these wild ones like this, ones that, reside in the city, they can tolerate people a bit more. The wild ones like this, they're very easily disturbed. fact is, probably have to stay out of the area for a month or so, which is all right. I'm building a house anyway. Oh no! See, this is what I'm afraid of. Well, we're getting rain. Shite. See, these are frog eggs. Oh well. Well, they're actually holding in there. You see that? Tiny tadpoles. There's a bunch of eggs. So, oh no. Yeah. Shoot. I don't know when we're supposed to get rain. I think, though, we're going to get rain for like a week. Oh, yeah, dog tracks. Let's hang on one sec. All right, switched over to the weather report. It looks like we're not going to get rain until Sunday at best. There's a 53% chance. Now, this first one I showed you is obviously starting to exhibit signs of drying out. But it still feels very gelatinous. Problem is, I don't know how it'll hold up. Tomorrow is supposed to be warmer than today. I don't know if there's anything I can do for them. Just looks more recently disturbed. So this is the reason why I need to be careful going through the woods like this. You see, like, the peepers prefer what's I like the name, but ephemeral pools. They don't last long. They dry out. They aren't there all year long. They pretty much get them completely by themselves, so they can lay eggs and it's kind of a throw all your eggs in one basket kind of thing, I guess. But they get the pool all to themselves. Unfortunately, there's a chance they there's always a chance that we don't get rain in time. And as much as I love the outdoors, sometimes you need to stay out of it. I'm actually sort of pondering on the idea of getting a bucket of water and carrying it up there. Just getting those eggs wet for a little bit. Could do the same thing tomorrow maybe. Just to give those peepers a chance. I know, sounds weird. I'm a weird guy. This is the kind of stuff I would do. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. In theory, the water temperature could be too different and might actually be worse than not doing anything at all. Could get some water, could leave it out where it's a little bit warmer when I bring it up there and do it tomorrow instead of today. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Doesn't need to be too warm, just it can't be. Water in that stream down there is probably might be 50 degrees or colder. You can imagine that if today was 70 degrees, it's at 79 degrees. That water there could be 65 where the eggs are at. Stuff to ponder. Nature has been taking good care of itself long before people came along. People, even with their best intentions, seem to make a lot of stupid mistakes. Maybe this is one of those cases where I should just say, leave well enough alone. Just let go of those peepers. If it were up to me, I would probably scoop them up and put them into a fish tank or something like that and let them gestate and then release them. But you can damage that egg sac by just handling it. So that's not always a great idea either. What a beautiful time of day, huh? Hey, there's nothing like living in the woods. Okay, I don't live in the woods yet. We're getting there. Nothing like spending time in the woods. I know I've got my work cut out for me. But in all honesty, I have the rest of my life. That was a frog. Sorry. Barking spider. Rare barking spider. Endangered species. When you hear that sound, you should be happy. That's what I always say. Well, this was part of today's project over here. So, there's a dead tree over here, and well, yeah, this is rose bush on this side, and that's rose bush on that side. There was a dead tree in here. It snapped in half, and I'd already cleared part of it. So I just cleared it so that you can walk right down to the stream. That was huge. Okay, when I say huge, oh, there went another, about 6 inches long. This is pretty good for my stream. Ooh, there's a whole school of fish right down there. Oh, I know you can't see them. Still gotta do some more clearing down here. Some activity there. All right. Did you hear the owl? That's the shit. Spot this. Let's see here. I was working over here, and this one's for Gail. Little tiny trout lily. There's quite a few of them actually. It's hard to find, hard to see. They're small. Anyway, all right. Well, I don't think that owl's going to vocalize anymore. They're also keen of hearing. Sun is setting. All right, let's call it. See you guys.